So,
welcome.
Yes, indeed, welcome. Today we are gonna take a look at these two handsome guys playing each other in the Offers
With Talent Cup.
Yes. So this is a best of 10 in 3+2, and it's the semi-finals.
The first of two semi-finals, yeah.
Yeah.
So in the other semi-final we have Grandmasters Johan Salomon and Johan Sebastian Christiansen lined up for you.
Yeah.
And this is Jesper Thibault of Denmark, Grandmaster, playing former World Junior Chess Champion Arian Tari.
Yeah, with currently the black pieces.
Yeah, Arian with the black pieces. We're following from Jesper's perspective, the white pieces. This is a Catalan opening, one of Jesper's go-to openings. Arian very diverse in his opening repertoire. He can play a lot of different stuff, and in this particular game, he went for a classical Catalan with the bishop b4 move flicked in, which is considered to be one of the most solid options for black.
Right. So, who would you favor in this matchup, Arian or?
I would generally favor Arian's chances. I really have a lot of respect for his blitz abilities. He's a very good blitz player, but I like Jesper as well. He's very solid, and on his day he can beat pretty much anyone.
Yeah, that's right, and he's got a. I mean, this isn't the longest match, so I don't know if he will utilize his stamina, but I remember him from the
marathon, yeah. Right.
Yeah, the 24-hour marathon where he nearly played the whole time, I think.
And he did pretty well as well.
Yeah, I think he got like in 9th place or something.
In terms of fatigue and stamina, I think Jesper is the best of the two.
Yeah.
But Arian's top level is of course higher. At least that's my opinion, but Jesper, one of his main strengths is his ability to. I mean, he can do damage to pretty much everyone on his day. So we'll see. So knight c6, winning the bishop pair here. Of course, it's a fork, but Arian will move his queen probably, and okay, he doesn't have to, because if knight takes, then of course the rook will come into c2.
Yeah, that's. Okay, so
I guess you don't
so
want to
the
lose.
point is that right now black doesn't give up the bishop pair, even though white takes on e7.
Yeah,
because
so
there's going to be a double threat on f4 and c2.
Right, so there's a check, but afterwards, as you say, black will regain the bishop pair. So queen to a4 from Jesper.
Interesting.
Course, threatening this one and this. Okay, so they exchange sacrifice from Arian. He took on c6. That's very interesting positionally, because look at white's pawn structure. It's a complete wreck. In return, of course, Jesper has an exchange up, but Arian did get positional compensation as well as the pawn.
Do you believe in this?
I like this for black, but a quick f5 maybe from white could disrupt black's harmony here. So maybe bishop g4 is a move.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Just I don't like this move. Yeah. So bishop g4 to stop f5.
Right.
And then if black can untangle, and if black gets a couple of moves, then especially this pawn will struggle. Bishop d6 now looks very harmonious.
I'm still a bit skeptical, honestly.
But there are no pawn breaks for white. Always difficult to handle such positions in blitz.
Yeah,
no
but
pawn
let's
breaks.
just say you take the c file and try and trade off everything. How?
No, of course that should be the strategy. I agree. So now queen b8, multi-purpose, of course, protecting this, but also lining up.
Okay, so queen c7 or what?
Yeah, queen c7. It looks like a pretty good move to me.
Yeah. I see that the ratings are very close to one another here in
evenly matched in blitz.
In blitz, like. How are they matched in classical rating?
I think Arian is the higher rated by some margin. I think
Jesper has how much?
Not
be above 2.6, no?
Just south of 2600, I think. After the Danish Championship, he had a He had some good games, and unfortunately some not so good games in the Danish Championship. He was one of the favorites, but he didn't really have his best tournament. Arian, of course, lost some points in Norway Chess as well, so I guess they have both dropped some rating points lately. But
yeah, right.
But I think the ratings on Lead Chess are quite representative. I think they are pretty evenly matched. So this will be a very cool match, I think.
Ooh, I'm starting to like black more and more now.
Yeah, especially after he got his bishop to f4, controlling this square. Just ruling out any c-file domination for white. This looks pretty annoying. b5 can be met by a4, no? Then b4.
No, then b4.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe this, but no. Bishop f5, okay. Just improving this bishop, forcing, I guess, rook e2.
Just gonna try one thing here.
b5 from Arian, rook e1 from Jesper, of course, trying to improve his coordination. If you could just remove that arrow on the board for me, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. a4, okay, so things are starting to happen now, because if b4, then knight e2, hitting the bishop on f4 and the pawn on a6. So now Arian needs to watch out. Maybe a move like knight e4 is possible here, sacking the b5 pawn, but getting the rook into c2, for example. I like knight e4. He goes for b4. Knight e2, of course. Now you could just retreat with the bishop because the knight is blocking the bishop on f1, so there's no a6 pawn hanging. So sorry about that, guys. Rook d1, rook c2. This is looking pretty dangerous for white, and now suddenly bishop e2 or knight e2 is forced, unless you want to play rook b1, of course, which looks like a reasonable move actually. Rook b1, rook d to b1, of course, and then bishop d3 after. Yeah, so that's also Jesper's choice. Jesper, who's down to 13 seconds. So remember, guys, it's a 3+2 game, so there's always an increment, but still 10 seconds to go here. That's not enough, in my opinion, against a player like Arian, but we'll see. We'll see. Improving his coordination here, Jesper, with knight e3, blocking the bishop on f4, and then lining up rook c1 in the next move. So yeah, Arian going for counterplay on the king side. Could take on c7 now. Bishop takes h2 and then recapture on c7. Yeah. So materially, I think black is doing fine here, but now the rook is coming to c1. Do you take with the bishop or pawn here? I guess you want to take with the bishop and then just ram the h-pawn up the board, right?
Yeah, I want to take with bishop, that's right.
So
there's no mate.
So
but
there is some counterplay for white now.
Yeah, I mean, suddenly you get the a-pawn now.
Yeah, if you get the a-pawn, then...
I think you do get the a-pawn, because you can, You could also just check and go
so
rook
bishop
a8.
f6, maybe? Bishop f6. Going for... Okay, so bishop f6, rook a8. So you have to watch for the back rank mate as well. Bishop f3, very smart move. Now h4 is suddenly on the cards.
Yeah, well, still, I mean, rook b7 here. Or, just harass the bishop a little bit and then run with the a-pawn.
Yeah, a5, a6 coming now.
King g1 and... no, the pawn isn't stopped because the bishop is in the right.
h3, bishop e2 probably, or what do you do here?
Oh.
Check.
King e1 and
King e1, bishop f1, yeah, looks forced.
You could take an f7
rook
somehow.
f7, but hoping for a perpetual. Or do you have anything more? Okay, bishop g6, smart move. But still, what's the point?
King g7?
King g7, yeah.
Suddenly you're mate if you...
Maybe you can take it as well, but king g7 looks smart. Yes, but down to 2 seconds. This looks resignable now. Yeah, and he does resign.